What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you tune into the channel. Check out the content. And with that being said, man, I want to speak on some comments that Kendrick Perkins made about Giannis, right? Kendrick Perkins said that because Giannis is not coming out and directly just telling the team that he wants to be traded, he thinks that Giannis is a coward, right? Which I definitely don't agree with. I think that Giannis is he has lawyers and he has like an agent representing him, and so they would instruct him what's the best way for him to go about getting out of the situation that he's in without really ruining his image and his his reputation. Now, if they did do that, they went about the way Kendrick Perkins wanted to do it, and that could say like public opinion against him, and kind of really like they kind of put a cloud over his reputation, right? And people will probably start bringing up the fact that Giannis said that he always wanted to be a Buck, Milwaukee Buck. He always wanted to, he wanted to retire from there. He was never leaving or never going anywhere, right? And so stuff like that is going to come up. So like I said, he got professionals that are going to handle that situation for him. So I was listening to the Run It Back podcast, and they was discussing this too, right? And what I want to do is I want to listen to some of their comments about this situation. And then I want to come back and add my take on what they said.
Basically, what he wants them to do is just say out loud, "Trade me or don't." Just that's it. What do you think? You buying it?
I mean, I don't think you can start off calling somebody a coward and then say
With all due
respectfully.
respect, with
all
all
due
due
respect.
respect, you're a coward.
I do see, what Perk is saying as far as just the public, just, everybody involved that has to, talk about this on a daily basis. We do want to know,
I agree.
where you firmly stand. And it's always this, I'll send my team out to talk for me, but for me, I'm always keep it politically correct or put
He's
cushion,
got an image.
which is fine.
Yeah.
But at this point, with this being with all these years of rumors, like at some point we want to actually know where the person stands. We want to hear it from the horse's mouth. So I can't read in between the lines and see what Kendrick Perkins means, but at the same time, to call somebody a coward and then say respectfully at the end,
I'm not
I
buying.
think that message
You're not?
goes over your head for sure.
I'm not.
I don't know. Like, all right, so that was Boogie Cousins, right? And so I don't know, like, what would be the importance of hearing it directly from his mouth, from Giannis' mouth. You're not really hearing anything from the owners, directly from their mouth. The owners and the team, they have people, representatives who are out front handling this, right? And so you got to handle this situation the same way. The owners and the team, they don't want to make certain moves or say things publicly that might make them look bad. So that's why they have professionals handling it. And I think players should do the same thing.
Buying. I'll go directly against Boogie and Perk, but they got different personalities than me, so I get it. But listen, if Giannis was talking too much and out loud, we would say he's a distraction. We would say he's causing a distraction, and you put that on top of them not having the success that they're supposed to be having as a team, it turns into a bigger distraction. I made this argument for Ja Morant. You pay these people millions of dollars. Let them do their job. All right,
Agreed.
let them do their job, because if it goes left, the only person that's standing out there and on the forefront of this argument is going to be Giannis and his reputation and his image. And in the market that he's in, what he's been able to do in Milwaukee, you don't want that to turn sour. You always want to go have a place that you can call home, where you can be celebrated. And he's possibly going to have a statue. He's obviously going to get his number retired and all of these things. You don't want that public image in that city to turn sour by saying, "Get me out of here." So I like the fact of how they're doing it behind closed doors. He doesn't have to make the waves. Allow your agent and other people to do it for you. So for that reason, don't call him a coward because he's not doing it the way that you want him to do it or how you would do it for your personal career. Everybody has different personalities. So I'm disagreeing. I'm not buying.
Yeah, see, I agree with Lou Williams, right? Yeah, and you got to think about it. Like DeMarcus Cousins is the kind of person who like reacts in the moment. and you have to be strategic about how you move. You can't just go and all the time and just give a public statement or a reaction, not realizing or understanding like what's going to be the long-term impact of what you say or what you do. You don't have to rebuild a bridge if you don't burn it down. So what would be the purpose of Giannis burning down bridges, creating more like contract disputes and trades and stuff like that they get very contentious, right? And so if they get contentious and then people take some of this stuff personally on both sides, now you have to be you have to rebuild those bridges when everybody understand that contracts and that kind of stuff can be competitive and contentious. So don't burn any bridges that you don't really necessarily have to burn, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm totally with Lou. That was well said. I don't think it's his role. I don't think it's his job. I don't think he has to say that. I think he is a basketball player and he has representation. He has an agent and he's not forced to do that. So to call him a coward over something like that, I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's right. And again, what's weird to me is he did say he had like the team, he addressed the team, and Kuzma said he didn't.
So that was
so I don't want
that's the point.
So that was weird.
So that's the whole point in what Perkins is saying. It's like it's all this chatter, and we obviously know.
Giannis could just put an end to it right now.
Just put it into it or stamp it. Like, and I agree with everything Lou said as far as the professionalism part and handling the public perception the right way. But at the same time, we know where these messages are coming from. You know what I mean? And we talk about having a distraction. It's a distraction anyway. You're the best. You're the superstar on this team. You're the superstar in this city. It's already a distraction. On top of that, y'all are already losing.
Yeah.
So what's the difference? You're getting the same result.
The difference is if you're losing and you say, I want out, you talking about a different attitude in the city.
Passive aggressive. But you're getting the same results.
It could just go sideways real quick if he
really quick. They're losing.
No, but I'm saying in the public eye, with the city, with that fan base, then you involve them when you say when you clearly say I want out. Now we talking about possibly seeing Giannis get booed and criticized in Milwaukee.
But everybody knows he wants out.
But it's different when you say it.
It's different.
Look, I'm with you. I feel like
but
see, I don't understand what Boogie don't get about the situation. Like the fan base and ownership and management can use the fan base against the players a lot of time. That's why you don't see owners speaking out and representatives for the team. They don't make any statements that they don't have, they don't address any issues that they don't have to. And so Boogie is talking about you get the same result. Up front, you might get the same result. But on the back end, fans will still be mad. Fans take things personally. Fans might see Giannis as a traitor. Remember what happened when LeBron James left Cleveland, right? Fans took that personally. Who else? And I remember like Anthony Davis. When he left the Pelicans, the way he left, he may not be able to go back and have his jersey retired there because of the fan base may not accept him. You know what I mean? Because he kind of like forced his way out of that situation. So Giannis put in a lot of work at Milwaukee and built a lot of goodwill around that city. It's not necessary for Giannis to throw all that away and blow all that up. Even if he had the best intentions for the people in the city, Giannis don't want to do that. But Boogie just seemed to think that you speak your mind. Because he's taking into consideration like the teammates or how they feel. Maybe it's a distraction. They professionals. They understand that Giannis, it's about money, and Giannis did everything he could for that team while he was there. So, I just disagree with Boogie. You gotta handle things professionally. Let your agents handle that, and move on from there. So, I guess that's my take on it. With that being said. With that being said, man, I want y'all to make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Also, don't forget to leave a comment And I will check you all out in the next video. Peace.